The views and opinions expressed by the host and the guests are solely their individual opinions and does not reflect the opinions of the CannaShame Network. Viewers be advised.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on.
Welcome to the Yo Rants Oversized Load. I am your host, the Herbal Trucker, and this show is a show that allows you to express yourself about things in the community that matters to you. Whatever you're passionate about, this is a show for you to come out and express yourself. This show is to shine a light on things that just don't make sense or just need a spotlight on. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the CannaShame Network on YouTube and all social media platforms. You can also follow me on all social media platforms at Herbal Trucker and at Yo Rants 101 on Instagram. Today's show, I am honored to have someone that I truly respect in this cannabis space. He has truly been an educator, and not just by searching on Google. He actually went to so many places and checking out operations and facilities in the cannabis space. I know that Joe is one of the faces and mentors I first met when I entered this space. I would like to welcome none other than Joe Mack. Hey, what's going on, Joe? What we got?
What it is? What it is? What it is? What it is? ATL, baby. As you say, thank you so very much for that intro. For everybody who don't know, this is from Denver, Colorado, Mile High. So yes, so right. Always enjoy cannabis. So all right. I just want to give it right there. How y'all doing? Good evening. Thank you for having me. That was a wonderful intro song. That's my first time hearing that. So yes.
Yeah, Joe, that you know what? That was actually pretty much inspired by you. I mean, because I'm gonna tell you, when actually I came in this cannabis space, you remember me. I was brand new, thinking everybody was all about taking care of the patients and being about the patients and the people. And you know, I was living, like I told you before when we talked, it's like I was living like in a house full of butterflies. And I'm just like, man, come on now. And you taught me so much in the beginning that really took effect to me, like later on in the years as I've been in here. I mean, you gave me some pointers and stuff in the way beginning, you know, about people and these different events and stuff like that. Me throwing money out at these different get anything from them, you know. So
I mean, it looks like this. Like I said, you know, I come from the bottom up. You know, I'm not coming from, you know, silver spoon in my mouth. You know, I got to work hard for everything I get. So I got to watch every little penny, every little dollar I make and earn. So, you know, I like this, you know what I'm saying? And like some people say, you know, you got to support your habit somehow. You can't just throw it out there for other stuff, you know? So you got to mind your money. So that's all I looked at it as. So all these events that be going on in the city and everything like that, I'm like, I look at it, oh, that's nice. But I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I was like, that might not be worth my time or my money. So and just kind of you know, rethink this. But again, that's how you start digging for more. You start digging, keep your foot on the pedal, and you come across those events that don't require, you know, much of you, you know, besides your presence. So that's what I pretty much do. And that's what started me, you know, venturing out and checking out other places to see, you know, is that energy, is that customer service, is that hospitality still there?
Exactly. I mean, I get that because I'm gonna tell you, you know, our first year, I think we got into this thing in 2019, and that first year when we was here, everything was all hot and all that. What they call that, the green wave or green rush?
The green rush. It's like the gold rush. Everybody like green rush and everything and oh my God, that was amazing. You know, people trying it was trying to be some, you know. People saying it's gonna be a movie. They were trying to do documentaries. They were making big announcements. I'm like, you know, people trying to come to town. I was like,
all over.
I mean, I mean, I think that's, everywhere, not just here. We have people, different pockets and different circles of people who all want, cannabis legalized, but they all just kind of go about it their own special little way. And, and sometimes, even just the extension of a greeting or like, hey, just introduction to themselves or how they do it, they might be able, build a bridge together to the end goal. So, like I said, I try to be more strategic, about all this. So, just try to put my brain to better use.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, our first year, I'm gonna tell you the one event that I got the most out of outside of paying money was Dr. Hodges' event. And now that's what inspired us to do what we're doing now. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Hodge.
Yes. He has been a true leader, a trailblazer in this industry here in Georgia. You know what I mean? And like I said, when I first met him, I was, oh my God, I barely could walk. I was in a wheelchair mostly. But he gave me my card. But that's the problem. When I got my card, there were no dispensaries, there was no way to legally obtain medical cannabis. And so basically we was on our own. It was the wild, wild west, and that's what we had to do. So basically we were depending on the traditional market and, the traditional market and the CBD stores. But now we got these dispensaries, and I had opportunity with the traditional market, the CBD stores, and the dispensary. The one dispensary that I do go to, the one company that I do go to, I'm looking forward to the upcoming the new 4 licensees that's coming out. I'm looking forward to try some at least that dispensary just to compare the products. But yeah, Joe, what we here for today is about yesterday's meeting.
Come on with it.
But look, before we get to that right there, I'm going to share this with you. Oh my God, this right here.
What you got?
This is just a reminder of what happened in the beginning of this program.
Okay.
Question about your dedication. You're a Georgia-based company, so I would assume that you are smart enough to know that these jobs better not be outside of Georgia.
Absolutely.
There need to be Georgians who are working here. So just because I know there's going to be a lot of partnerships to get things done, but if I had any advice to you guys, and that's everybody who comes up, this better be about Georgia, or you won't make it to first base.
You know what? Let me tell you a little secret now. If everybody listening, Georgia loves comparing their politics to sports. Okay, from it's either football or baseball, and that's right there, a perfect example of that. Even that other past medical meetings they were having at the Capitol and everything, I would make it to back then. There was like, hey, we got to kind of inching forward to the goal line. Trying to start for the 50-yard line, trying to get to the goal as far as like how they approach these bills and stuff like that. So, if you can kind of get that, you might be able to dig a little deeper, get some trade on them. So yeah. I'm saying it from the beginning. Like, man, like I said, I've been all about Georgia from the very start. That's how when all this stuff was going on, the California West Coast, they start making news. Oh, California legal, Oregon legal, West Coast, Washington legal. I was like, wait a minute, that's what sparked me to start digging. Like, hey, what's wrong? What's wrong with Georgia? How come we can't get some of this too? What I'm saying? We know we got an underground. So I mean, but so how can we, how can we, soup it up? Basically, so that's what kind of got me going and trying to figure stuff out. And now, like you said, they want Georgia's, specific, they want to focus on Georgia's, but as you see,
like we see now, they did quite a bit of difference. You know what I mean? Just from the beginning. Hey, it is what it is. And I know I saw a comment on LinkedIn about a post on LinkedIn that you had commented on about basically just starting over. How do you actually feel like about the program as far as just like, look, should we just start over? Just, or I'm for decriminalization, but if they should just start this whole program over,
You know what? I ain't gonna say start over, I'll just say revamp it.
Okay.
You know, so I mean, we already got stuff in place. We already got people, you know, on it. You know, we already got documents. We already got records on them. So we already have, you know, our locations of a Department of Health and things of that nature. So, you know, the parts are already there. You know, if anything, I'll say probably like, you know, possibly start over, maybe just a reshuffle. So, but yeah, it definitely needs to be better. I got another advocate. Shout out to Mary. You know, she was saying like, hey, you know, we need to go ahead and get like other states and mail these people out their cars. You know, we're waiting for them to go up to the department, wait for other people to ship it to them, or go to the Department of Health. You know, all that stuff. They need to have a better way for them to get it. You know, it's like
True.
you know, we should have. Okay, it's only roughly, you know, 11 million people in the state of Georgia. You know, and to have only 28,000 people, you know, that's only like the city of Griffin or Pooler, you know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can actually control that number, but for some reason, I don't know, the approach is kind of scattered. I agree with the pharmacy part. It is kind of cutting. It does add a safer access element, you know. However, you know, again, that's where we are right now. You know, it's saying that, oh, you know, the DEA jumped in trying to say, hey, y'all can't be selling this stuff because your store is not registered to do so. And if it is, you know, if you are, you know, definitely can't do it. I'm like, oh my God, really? Like I said, at first when I saw that and all the news came out, like, really? I'm like, now y'all want to say something now. I'm like, I was telling another colleague, they've been having meetings for like 3 months, almost like every week with the Georgia Board of Pharmacy. Perfect time for somebody to jump up and say, hey, this might be illegal from the federal standpoint.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, boom. What we need to do to kind of fix it? Bam. That's all. It sounds like a, you know, when somebody, you know, on a card player, somebody who plays a spade when they weren't supposed to. You know, they're like, hey, why you cutting?
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. I feel you. I mean, just looking at the whole aspect right there, that's just. I'm actually thinking that it might be like maybe the pharmaceutical companies, like, hey, hold up, because that's setting a precedence for the rest of the states, in which once people have an opportunity to see the cannabis inside of pharmacies, then that's going to cut in on their pharmaceuticals. So like I say, I just don't understand why it just can't be decriminalized. But yes, I do understand, because it's dealing with finances, the prison system, keeping these prison system and the state facilities going, with these non-violent offenders who are out there being trustees, and they are able to have workers without having to pay them with the slave wages. Who is a whole lot, you know, because you think about, you have people incarcerated right now in the state prisons that are on details now working for free for the state. And 9 times out of 10, they might be because of the nonviolent crimes or convictions that they had, and they're out there working. So it's going to cut in on the state and the functionality, and, you know, without them having to pay staff. And so, yeah, they have slave labor. So
I mean, well, I get it. You know, it's easy pickings, low hanging fruit. You know, to kind of pick up people for smoking weed. You know, so you know, it's an easy way to kind of pad the pockets. You know what I'm saying, and fill in the books and fill in those gaps in the legend. You know what I'm saying, out of all your other, you know, miscellaneous, you know, violations that whoever had them between your speed and DUIs, batteries, assaults, theft, robberies, whatever stuff you may, you know, y'all see what's going on. But definitely, you know, it's like, oh, weed smoking, I got you. But unfortunately, they got other stuff, you know, that again, that may be non-violent, but it's a cycle. It's a cycle. Now, again, another end though. So that's why. Well, we can go into the other topic though, if you want to from here.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
You know, how much time we got while we hitting that?
So look, we got whatever time you got tonight, Joe. Because like I say, hey, I'm in for the night. It's up to you, Joe. Because I can always just cut, splice, and all this other stuff. Because I'm pretty sure this is gonna be a deep topic.
Okay.
Because like I said.
We ain't gonna go too deep, but like I said, we just go roll over, as you say, as far as talking about decriminalization, which gets into criminalization again for the state of Georgia. So right now, hot topic is, you know, we have one of the representatives, Eric Bell. He presented the bill. As we said, he's presenting, you know, he pre-filed. He started early. So only a couple of them did that. So he's one of the few actually pre-filed. So the rest of them had to wait till next month, to go ahead and start proposing bills for that. So kudos to him for getting the jump start on his.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. But again, for the people that don't know, that bill, Representative Bell, correct me if I'm wrong, House Bill 853.
Yeah, 853. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So that one, that one is targeting students who try to seek financial aid in higher ed and colleges, things like that. So basically, if you are a person, it doesn't have to be just a high school freshman or graduate, anything like that, but it could be any age. If you're trying to go into a school, trying to advance your education, advance your learning at a college, but you happen to have a felony, the bill that Representative Bell is presenting is to do away with that. So those people can seek, there's like there's a statute that says people who are felony, they can't receive any kind of financial aid. Now, that's not saying that they can't go to school. They just have to pay for it out of pocket or any other means. Gotcha. But if they want to seek financial aid, any kind of subsidized loans, Perkins, things like that, things that got most of us all in a rut right now trying to pay off. So anyway, for a person want to seek that headache, for a person want to seek that kind of headache, then yes, that's what this bill is for.
Okay, I got you. I mean, I know that would be beneficial and stuff like that, because in a sense, that's just like discrimination in a sense. It's like, my thing is, once you serve your time, then your slate should be clear. You know what I mean? Why does this have to be something like the scarlet letter that you wear for the rest of your life? You know what I mean? I understand about this expungement and stuff like that, but some things are more difficult to do, especially if you don't have the finances to do it, or the means or know-how. And then to be closed outside of that bill, hopefully he can also add to that particular bill for the ones, I know it's federally, about how you can't get into the cannabis industry if you committed a crime or something like that for like 10 years or something like that. So you can't actually enter in the cannabis space, which is not fair, and a lot of times people don't realize, it's like we're all focused on making money, this and that. Well, I'm not to say a lot of people are focused on making money and stuff like that, but what about the ones that are actually incarcerated for this plant that aren't making money while these other people are making billions? So I'm just so anyway, we'll go back to this.
I mean, we can get on those, but there are organizations there are organizations that focus on that. Shout out to Cheryl out there in New York. 40 tons. You got the New Prisoner Project. There's another out there. There's so many. That's it's a handful, but those organizations specifically.
Free my weed man too.
Oh yeah, New Jersey Weed Man. So shout out to all those people that follow me and everything. They follow you. So so those people out there, they support that cause of getting people out for those nonviolent convictions for cannabis. But again, like you said, if they have a felony in the state of Georgia, anything over ounce is a felony. So if you, that's the bottom, that's the basics. So I don't know anything else you got on top of that, the intention to distribute or anything like that, trafficking. But that's but that's the bottom line felony in the state of Georgia as far as the topic concerns. If you have more than an ounce, after that, boom, then you got all the issues going on. So that's the truth. For all the people out there in the state of Georgia, again, even though it says decriminalized, keep it under ounce.
Keep that up under ounce. Yeah. But I'm grateful in what county I live. The county I live in is decriminalized and stuff like that. But I'm hoping that, I don't know how we can get it on the ballot. How can we, apply the pressure to these legislation people? I know they spoke about the Sheriff's Association as far as the holdup when it comes to decriminalizing Georgia. I don't know whether or not if that's still on topic, but like I say,
this is what they need to do. This is what I'm sorry. I'm gonna step up a little bit if I may. This is what some folks need to do. Like, look, I'm gonna play both sides. I'm gonna play devil's advocate, but I'm playing God's advocate at the same time. I'm doing both. This one needs to happen for everybody. Look, decriminalize the whole state and let each county decide what they want to do. Opt out. If you feel like you want to do that, fine. But as a whole, let the whole state be decriminalized and let certain jurisdictions decide, hey, we still want to, do what we do. If there's somebody get caught with it in our part of time, cool, that's on y'all. But everybody else, like Atlanta, maybe Savannah, hey, cool,
Yeah.
we fine. Y'all can do it. Hey, it's whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get that. I really get that right there as far as the decriminalization and stuff like that. But you know, my main concern is also what's the problem with not just outside of just having limits on these licenses? My thing is, you know, if I like your product, I'm gonna get your product. So just let anybody who wants a license to get one who qualifies for it, and allow the consumers to decide which company they're gonna go to. So I mean, I
You
know
can't.
it's about making money. Yeah, there you go. Come on with it, Joe. Come on with it, Joe. You know I had to pull that
You
string
already
right
got
there. Yeah,
it.
come on with it. I'm ready for it.
It's not, like, as my people used to say, that sounds too much like right, but
Yes.
no, and that's too, and it's too much of an opportunity. Some people get swindled and scammed. Honestly,
Okay.
that's all I
I
can
got
say
you.
about that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody will get sued because somebody, took somebody money or reneged on a deal or something like that. It's
Okay, I
happening every
got
state
you.
the same. That's gonna be it sounds nice, but it may not work here. As you brought it up, I had the numbers written down somewhere, but during the application process, for the numbers that I calculated, if I go back again, they got at least about, I want to say about $6 million worth just in application fees.
Mm. Wow.
At the
And
amounts they're charging for, you
that's,
know,
you know, it's
25,000, and we had over 70 people apply.
exactly.
I
Exactly.
can't math right now, but if I pull up like I said, I had it written down before, but yeah, that's
Wait, hold up. You said 70 something thousand. 70. I mean, I'm sorry,
70 people
71.
applied. If
Uh-huh.
the license was like 20 license, like the initial license was like 50,000. Okay, the top 10 license
Ooh.
like $50,000, right? Something like that. Yeah. So
So
yeah,
if I did 71 licenses times 25,000 right now, that's
yeah,
$1,775. So
yeah.
not just that, what about all of the fees that many of us patients, because you know I got my card in 2019 and we had been paying fees for a card with no dispensaries. We just got our dispensaries this year.
I
So
know, right? Sitting on it.
and it's like basically we're paying these $25. Not just that, we having to, some doctors required us to come back every 3 to 6 months as a follow-up so that they can go ahead and keep us active as a patient. At least that's what was told.
On the paper. Just keep you good on paper.
Yeah,
But
so with
you ain't getting what you need though. You're not getting what you need. And like I say,
and,
that's the other side of the pharmacy. I'm not a medical professional. To throw it out there for everybody else, I'm not a medical professional. I'm not an
mhm,
attorney or lawyer. I have a master's degree, and I've been some places, as you can see, here and there and everywhere, and I record and I document everything I find. So with
yeah,
that being said, uh, they need to just mix it up some.
yeah,
And like I said, the pharmacies, they're gonna get, they got to get that cut.
okay,
It looks, they try to do it all in one fell swoop. They got to make sure that the pharmacists are able to make some money. Like I said, make things profitable for this. Because
mm-hmm,
I was gonna mention this before, that again we have a meth problem, and we definitely want to
exactly,
keep, and we definitely know as a state, you know what I'm saying. So we have other things going on, and we're trying to keep fentanyl down and other opiates, stuff like that, down.
mm-hmm,
So, but people aren't talking about that much, but yeah, it's a lot of that, a lot of meth floating around in North Georgia, and it kind of
yeah,
trickled down on the outskirts too. So that needs to be tackled. And
yeah,
again, you're trying to give people ways off of it, and this is also a benefit for that. Uh,
mhm,
but
yeah,
again, make sure the pharmacies got to get their benefit from all this too. So
yeah. And
it gets a little twisted. It gets a little twisted, but yes.
see, that's my issue. If the DEA has such a big issue with cannabis or whatever we're doing, we're supposed to do here in the state, according to the state laws and that type of thing. But my question is, they didn't have a problem with alcohol and tobacco in the pharmacies and stuff like that. Why are they so concerned about the cannabis? I know it's not legal federally. However, we have this here. I mean, it's just like, make that make sense, you know?
A lot of the social media report that I've seen, they're behind the state. They're behind us as far as, you know, letting us do what we do, do what we've been doing. You know, make sure we don't ban because of this letter, that announcement that made news. You know, because bottom line, as you said before, you're trying to help the patients. You're trying to help people, you know, get off their chronic pain. You're trying to help people get off these other pills and other things that are making them worse. You're trying to find them a better way to last longer and to live longer, and live better lives. So of course, we're at the bottom, almost not the bottom tier, but almost on the lower end as compared to other places. But still, there is hope. You know, everybody else around us, North Carolina and Tennessee, we're doing better than those. We're doing better. Now, Alabama about to jump right back on. Mississippi is on the Mississippi's on the roll. So it's, and Florida, I ain't even starting there right now. That's a whole other conversation.
You got Kentucky. Kentucky's on board. You know, Ohio. I know Kentucky just got their medical program at the beginning of this year. Louisiana is on point. You know what I mean? In a sense. I mean, with the exception
DMV, and so we just go past Virginia, you got DMV. So Virginia right there. So I mean, it's like, as I said, it's like a blob effect. It's gonna be so many places around us. So at some point in time, it's going to have to happen. The reform is going to have to change. The medical program is going to be updated. We're going to have to up our percentage, and we're going to have to start getting better products. We'll start having to consider flour, and then we'll just go ahead and take next steps from there. Because
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up about the percentage, because I'm gonna tell you, coming from the traditional market and even the CBD stores that I've gotten my meds from, it's just that 5%. That's one thing I was saying. Like, if people have titrated past that 5% mark because they're accustomed to what they had on the tradition side, where they got it from their, traditional market, basically it's like a cash grab, because if you think about, you're gonna have to buy more and it's a difference. It's a big difference in the product, in part of the traditional product and what you get from the dispensary, because it's so, I don't know, it's so clean. It doesn't do everything that it does from the traditional market, or, the reason why it's missing something.
Medical grade supposed to be, heavily tested. I'm just saying it's supposed to be, people can dispute, there are people saying that other places, other companies aren't, as thorough, because they're so big and they can't catch everything. That's why some people say, let it be small, downsize your business, scale it down so you can prevent those kind of things. But still, having it tested, twice, double tested, things like that, just to make sure that it is, had the less, as miniature, so outside contaminants and things like that it's supposed to, as compared to your traditional or legacy or street. So I mean, that is the ultimate purpose. It's supposed to be a cleaner intake, as you said before.
Yeah, it's just like in a sterile room, man. Because I'm gonna tell you, like, when I smoke, and we do need to add smokables. We need to have all forms of cannabis, because the low dose THC oil I'm ingesting, we, just trying to get the formula together because to see what works for me. But I know I still have to go to the CBD store to get my hemp, or, hopefully, maybe run up on a traditional salesperson, because I know I'm not going to have the same type of effect, my body and stuff. I still have pain, and, and with the dispensaries now, that I think they're still trying to get their formulas together, because our first time visiting a dispensary, it was one way, but then we bought a product, it was one way. Then we went back again, and it's like, oh yeah, we changed the formula and this and that. I don't want to be a lab rat. I don't want to be a test dummy.
You talking about here? Talking about the ones here?
Yes.
See?
Yes, and that's just like with the recalls that's going on right now. So my concern is, I don't want to find out later on down the road that I've been paying for
shabby product.
Yeah, and then later on it's better, because I'm gonna tell you, my first experience with this cream that I purchased from this botanical science, that's the only one that I will go to. You know what I mean? At this moment, up until the other 4 dispensaries open, the other 4 companies open.
I didn't know Truly.
No Truly. No. I just choose not to go there. You know what I mean? That's just my choice. You know what I mean?
And there you have it. And there you have it.
Yeah, and that's what I said.
That's an American response, ladies and gentlemen.
Because I chose and plus they're doctor based. You know, they're owned by doctors and stuff. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna trust a doctor, even though they were. I know when I was down at the Capitol, they weren't for the hemp derived THC because you know they were trying to take it away from us last year. I think it was HB 452, that type of thing, which is terrible. You know, let people choose. You know, it ain't kill nobody. And
but like I said, but again, cutting in other people's bottom line. You know, so
exactly. I'm like, to be honest, as far as I do prefer, depending on going to the dispensary here, I'll go visit. I might as well just go ahead and visit my local CBD store. Or I go visit. I'm gonna be honest, because like I say, or you know, I know even Dr. Hodge, he has his products there, his CBD store. You know,
right.
Go shout him out. Just Saha CBD, they have CBD. It's quite a few companies that we can go ahead and support. You know, like the smaller companies. I know. Yeah.
let me just piggyback off of that, as you're saying, because in response, like you said, our percentages, our potency of our medical program is almost equivalent, if not slightly lesser than what's currently out there allowed on the shelves as far as your CBD and your, if I may go down that list, your, they say Delta 8 is kind of questionable, but your Delta 10s, your hemp derived,
your
THCA, and you know they're trying to regulate THCO, and again it's so much that's they spliced it down, you know, so much that I honestly believe you have to test it yourself just to make sure you're getting what you want, you know. So you know, and for all people, I'm advocate of home grow, like other stuff are.
Yes.
You know, that way. This is my outlook as far as for state of Georgia. Hopefully people take the same method, but as far as what I've seen in other states goes, if state of Georgia, you know, let's do home grow, it will put more control in the people's hands as far as what they're getting. You have the seeds qualified, tested, verified, tagged, and all that. You know, you have a nursery and all that good stuff, but then let the customers come in and choose how, you know, which one they want and how they want to take care, how they want to cultivate themselves. And then it's on them. Yeah, it's on them. And then, you know, but if they want to pay attention and when they want to do it right, they will take the time and they will take the effort and they will take the money and energy to go to these other stores. They will go to these other lighting places. They will go to the other fertilizer stores. They will go to other pikes and nurseries, other soil fertilizers and boosters and grow places. They will use all these other ancillary services to support their personal growth with home growth.
Yeah, and you know what? You mentioned that right there, going to getting those like he's mentioned Pike, maybe for instance, like Home Depot and some of these other companies or smaller Ace Hardware, where whoever sells stuff for growing actually would have classes of how to cultivate plants. You know how they have that DIY at Home Depot, how to do floors. Maybe if some of these companies around here say, hey, this is how you might grow an herb, maybe they can have like some hemp stuff there. But you know,
I mean, still, I mean, just like you said, even that.
Yeah,
so I mean, we have that's me, you know, that's what I'm an advocate for, you know, but nobody sees that right now, you know, at where I'm at. So, but that's just me because I've seen it, you know, and I've witnessed it. So, I mean, it's for the state of Georgia, the expectation is high. So that's all. Figuratively, literally.
But really and truly, yes, we need to be able to grow. We need to decriminalize, because even let me go ahead and put these slides. Let me go ahead and put this slide. Yeah, since
let them know.
Yeah. So here is the Georgia law. I did say
welcome to Georgia, baby. Come on.
So this is all that we can have, you know, however, which is questionable, because I thought if we're only allowed to have 20 fluid ounces of less of low dose THC oil, but the dispensary,
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But yeah, but we're allowed to have this, but the dispensaries, I don't know, maybe they're able to say, okay, well, I know that True Leaf had a nasal spray, and then they have these topicals. I don't know whether or not if this is included in that, but how do you actually measure the topicals, the lozenges? I know I got some lozenges. I'm gonna tell you, oh my God.
What's up?
Joe, oh my God, I can tell you this. I made a mistake the other night when we was at Cash Color Cannabis. I ain't gonna say a mistake. I ain't gonna say a mistake. Shout out to Mecca. But yeah, the Cash Color Christmas party. Oh my God. I said, well, I didn't have an I took my meds on my way there. I was like, okay. I had 2 different lozenges because I know I had a 1 to 10 and then a 1 to 1 lozenge, 300 milligrams, and then the other one was like it might have been 600 or 12. Anyway, I mixed in. So basically, it hit me all at one time to where I'm just sitting there, but it wasn't the same type of feeling that I get from my traditional meds. You see what I'm saying? It was kind of like it's like in a lab, like, like a hospital serene type. Like you said, it was so pure, but it's like, it wasn't, I don't know, it was missing something. And I know it had to be I know they got to be missing some of the cannabinoids that they're putting in this med. But anyway, yeah, let's go back.
I mean, there you go. All right, there you go.
Yeah, I got thrown off with this. So, but yeah, and these are like the class license and stuff like that. Since now that they opened up and issued out the production license the other week to Fine Fiddle, TheraTrue, Georgia, Nature's Georgia,
Trevana, yep.
Yeah, so yeah.
Couple of boys in Alabama, because they try to go there too. I mean, come on, if you got the money, why not? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they got y'all got something going on. Let me go ahead and put some money over there too. Why not?
You might as well. You know what I mean? It's a free market. People, and I can't really just say I can just stay mad at MSOs, because MSOs are doing what MSOs are supposed to do. You see what I'm saying?
Got money, spend it. I mean, if you had money, you spend it. I mean, they hate, but I mean, come on, man. I mean, we are in a capitalistic hustle society. Come on now. We respect money, we respect the game.
Yeah, and see, this is the reason why I was so upset with them trying to cut out the hemp-derived THCs last year, because we only have a few conditions that are covered that qualify you here for the medical cannabis program. Why you still have people who don't even go to the doctors.
That part.
Not everybody has. Yeah, I mean, I can't really say insurance, because none of this stuff is covered by insured and stuff like that.
Nope.
A lot of these products, I mean, you do have some doctors out there that do accept healthcare insurance for the exam. However, when you get your meds, I know we went to the dispensary for that BOGO sale the other month for Green Wednesday.
Botanical.
Yeah, botanical. Oh yeah. We went ahead and racked up. Well, we got the meds that we needed. We got the meds that we needed, but the thing about it is, that's the meds we need for a month, and it would have been $900 and something for the
God.
You see what I'm saying?
I seen them prices. I'm like, good God Almighty, that is almost highway robbery, dude. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, my God, as a patient, oh my God, they are really just, that is insane. That is insane, yo.
And it's not covered by insurance. And see, that's why I'm telling you, like, that was our focus with our nonprofit in the beginning, because we was focusing, in the beginning, we didn't know what we supposed to be doing at the time. We thought, because we was a wild west, and we were just trying to help as many patients as we could.
Y'all flying on the radar. Y'all floating on, you cruising on the radar, man. That's all y'all doing. Y'all just.
Oh, but like I said, other than that, because it's like, if it wasn't for I know it was the right reverend, rest in peace. I know that right reverend.
Yeah.
Yeah, he assisted us quite a bit, but I know that other than that, when we got our 501 status, they told us what we could and could not do, and we've been abiding by those rules ever since. But
I know.
We had to because it was too important for what we're doing, and because I know hopefully when these laws change, that we will be able to provide the type of services that we wanted to initially start in the beginning by providing free cannabis oil or cannabis to patients, or affordable patients at a discounted rate. That was our goal, to make sure that patients was able to obtain their meds, and nobody's thinking about that. Nobody's thinking about, you think about the people, say for instance, some of our advocates that are locked up right now, who would rather choose to use cannabis over the pharmaceuticals. What about the ones that are in prison right now? The ones that are incarcerated and don't have their meds. I'm looking forward to see. I'm pretty sure they won't be able to do a class action suit because it's not legal federally. So, but I know that's still going to be a loophole. I mean, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm just saying. So
Yeah. Like I said, we have that. It's a multifaceted deal. You got a whole bunch of things, moving parts, but it all works together. And I was going to demonstrate too. Shout out again to Lance CBD, Lance at East Point, Robeson here.
Okay.
This is yeah. So if people when you said before 20 fluid ounces, I don't know if y'all can see that. This is 16.9, but this is pretty much the size, roughly the size that person would get, for their oil. It's supposed to last them for a month. So yeah.
But can you imagine this right here? You paying that much money for that. And I know like the ounces that we had, I think it's like a 3-ounce bottle. I'm not sure exactly. I don't even have my bottle in front of me. It might be like, it's one of the little small little bottles. I don't know if that's
exactly.
Yeah. It's one of those little bottles. And then
like 3.5 ounces. Yeah, I've seen the picture though.
And like the one, I know like one of my tinctures is like the 1200 milligram, 1200 1-in-1, or that I've been having to take, but it's just trying to figure out exactly what dose. But at least I know with my other, traditional market, the CBD med, that type of thing, I know exactly how much I'm going to take at that moment. And see, because that's something I'm accustomed to, because it's like, if they're going to keep changing the formula, I'm like, maybe I should send my stuff off to see and have it tested and see what's in it for myself. However, but who can you really trust? Who can
you said it's getting a little wild west here, so you got to really, you got to focus on, again, you got to buckle down and focus on the things that are impactful to you, and try not to fall for the pagazi. Like I said, you don't want to be no lab rat. You don't want to try no stuff and find out.
Down the road. Yeah, because it's like later about the extraction process and the mixtures and stuff like that. Later on, they use this particular.
We found something in it.
And I'm like, man, I don't want to be that, because I guess I would prefer natural. Because like I say, if it's decriminalized, that means that they can start treating it just like a farmer's market. If it's decriminalized, then they're able to, grow. People able to grow at home. I mean, Ohio, you can grow at home. Virginia, you can grow at home. But and there's a lot of these places that you might be. It's Virginia. It's another state. Mississippi. Missouri, Michigan,
Missouri, I think New York. You just got to find out where. This is, everybody think in New York City, but the whole state of New York, you can grow.
Yeah,
but I found something here too. As far as back to what you were saying, I know you saw the companies before on that slide. I said if my math serves me correctly about the 6 companies, there you go. We had 69 applications ranging from 225,000, and those 5 people at first, they just applied, for the class 1. And we had the remaining 64 people, they paid $150,000 just to apply. So basically for those people, for those 5 people, those 5 companies, you almost had it right. That was $1,125,000 in fees, application fees. And everybody else, if my math serves me correctly, they paid, those other 64 applicants for the class 2, if they paid the $150,000, if that's the bare minimum, I don't know this they paid. But yeah, they all end up to be $9,600,000 in fees. So all in all, somebody banked.
I'm just wondering who. I'm looking at everything because I'm just like wondering, because I'm somewhat of a conspiracy theorist. And I started thinking, I said, well, maybe somebody in the beginning was like, you know what, we're gonna keep holding up this program. These people gonna they're gonna go beyond the 5% level of THC, or they're gonna get past that, and they're gonna end up buying more. We're gonna make more money while we're collecting all these fees and stuff in the beginning. No, you know what I mean? Because it's like all those $25. Then it's like, okay, the doctors. Then it's like, I was told in the beginning, because I had got with the DPH, and we was trying to find the list of doctors and stuff. They told us that they couldn't have a list. They couldn't give out the list to me.
With all those fees I just called out, they could use that and expedite or put it back to the Department of Health to, you know, at least some of that money to put it to the Department of Health and boost it up, build another one, you know, so build some more, you know what I'm saying, or hire some more people. I don't know.
Because you know, we were getting cussed out from I'm gonna tell you, we got talked bad about, you know, when people will call us, you know, we get fussed at for what Georgia does. I'm like, look, I'm doing this stuff for free. You know what I mean? I'm here to try and help as much as I can with what I know, what I research for you, you know, doing it. Thank you. And that's what I said, doing it for free. And while, you know, I keep getting these stumbling blocks, I'm just grateful for the few doctors that we do have on our website. But it's just a fact, which makes you wonder too, was they all in it together? Because you see a lot of these online companies and stuff like that popping up, to where are they going to close out the doctors' offices and stuff like that, or going to force the doctors to go ahead and be a part of these connections with these online type companies like MJ, I don't know, whatever one.
Miracle Health, Miracle Leaf, MJ Doctor, MJ Doc. Yeah, those people operate out of Florida, like the telehealth doctors. You know, so I mean, they're just expansion. Like I said, it's expansion for them. So, and you know, so it's if you got it.
Like I said, my thing is, just don't close out the local farmers, because I'm gonna tell you, and you know what I thought about too? The MSO, as far as like these larger pharmacies like CVS and Walgreens and stuff, maybe they was like, nah, we're not gonna go ahead and push the customers to the smaller local pharmacies and stuff like that. Maybe that's another one who say, hey, tag the DEA, say, hey, this is what's going on. Even though it was on Jimmy Kimmel and a lot of other nationwide, we made the nation headlight. And so,
like, I mean, in a recent, like I said, that's within 30 days. So, I mean, we made headlines twice in 30 days about our mental cancer program. You know, amongst other things going on in the city and things like that. But you know, we're not trying to compete with who can do the most damage. Now, we're not trying to be the most viral. Hopefully, I don't know everybody saying like, no, we don't. It may sound all cool and crazy and nice, but no, we don't need to have a GTA Atlanta.
Yeah, I mean, I get you. Hold on, I'm finna I was gonna put this as a meeting from yesterday. Hold on, let me blow this up. Hold on, here we go.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is the longest meeting they ever had. All other meetings were like 15, 20 minutes or less. This was almost an hour.
And just to talk about the fact that I know that they were getting antsy and stuff at the end, but I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm getting antsy with the board anyway, because you can't contact them. They got it. They don't answer the emails. They don't answer their phone. It's an automatic phone. But
no respond to anything.
No response. No nothing. And it's like, look, you asking valid questions. You're trying to find out. So that's another reason why it shout out as far as the Georgia Cannabis Commission, whatever. Y'all need to get better as far as having someone to answer the questions for the patients, because look, it's too much. Y'all know everything about this program, so y'all need to have some type of helpline for these patients or something to let them know something, you know. Something, y'all. I mean, hey, I ain't.
It's the word I want to say, but I can't say it because I got because of what I do right now. But
I got
but they pea-footing. For those who understand, you know.
Oh yeah, gotcha. Yeah, get the molasses. Go ahead and hit that color purple, whatever, to get the molasses out your tail, and you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, man, what y'all doing, man?
Yeah.
Y'all just, that mean they were just. They didn't mean what nothing but it sounded like almost like a bootleg Hollywood Squares. They just talk to each other. That's all they were doing, man. I was like,
you know, we try our best to strain, because I was like, man, because I said, okay, this ain't gonna be long. I said, yeah, I can get up from here. And it's like, okay, it kept going and kept going. And then, but I do like the passion that I did see at the end for them. I mean, I don't know if it's a pissing contest or whatever with the DA. I don't know, but yeah, it's gonna take a whole lot of people to stand up, to apply pressure to us.
Are you gonna hit play on this video?
Yes, I am. Where you want me to start at?
No. I mean, where we gonna go? Because I just want to make sure to remind people that now I looked something up that was actually that's a couple of people implemented that I was hoping that somebody within there would take advantage of it. That is an exemption. I don't know if I told you about it. Yeah, so I think I told you last time that there is a form that the DA allow, that the exemption form if you handle Schedule 1 narcotics. You know what I'm saying? Like those strong Percocets. Or the other stronger like hydrocodone pills, things like that nature. You
want to drop that link? Can you drop that link down in the comment, and I can go ahead and hit that up right quick? I'm gonna look for it right quick. I can pull it up on the screen.
Yeah, I gotta look it up. I gotta pull it up right quick. I think it's form 22. If you got Google on you right quick, it's DEA form 224.
DEA form 224.
Yeah.
Okay. DE forms and applications. DE form. Hold on. Okay, here we go. I'll go ahead and pull this one up. Oh, come on now.
I know you about to say I got my laptop.
Oh, actually, you know what? I'm glad they did. It's a download. Hold on, I can pull that up because it's hold on, I'm pulling it up now. Okay, here we go. I downloaded like 3 times.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and put this one up. It's processing now. Okay, here we go.
The right one. But yeah, go ahead. You can put the video up there. You put the video up.
Okay, right. Gotcha. Okay, so I got the form. So yeah, I'm gonna put this form down in the. Actually, I'll just go ahead and do that link and just put it in.
That's the right one. Make sure that's the right one, though. Make sure that's the right one.
The DEA 220. Yeah, DEA 224.
Yeah, it's supposed to be exemption for Schedule 1 or 2 narcotics. So just make sure. Hold on. Yeah.
Okay. All right. This is it. The division. Hold on. Let's see. I'm gonna put this link over here. I don't know if you're able to click the link to the comments. I'm gonna put it in the comments over here and see whether or not if you're able to see that. Just put it in there.
6.
Yeah,
this one. Okay, there is a 4226. I mean, I've been off my numbers. I gotta make sure my notes are right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, this is retail, pharmacy, hospital, clinical practitioners. Let's see. This is for, you said it's 226?
Let me double check. I'll double check that real quick. I know. I need to have everything right here. Should have everything right.
Look, I feel you. I know what it's like, man. Let me go and look at the 226. Hold on. But this looks like this might be it. I'm trying to read through it right quick.
But basically, all in all, it's a DEA exemption form, and it's for those people who are not, because it's meant for those people who can handle control substance between themselves, between each other. So basically, if there was an actual dispensary, like truly you can actually do it if they need it. If I don't think they have to do it, but I don't know if they did. But yeah, like from one dispensary to that dispensary, that form would apply. But because a pharmacy is not a dispensary, it's a pharmacy, they're going to need something else. That's the bottom line. They're trying to say, hey, you're not allowed to sell this federally legal product because we still call it illegal, even though the state says it's okay. But we let y'all know y'all can't sell it out of this place right here. Y'all need to sell it out of somewhere else. That's basically what they're saying.
With pharmacies being a point of access. We've had several cities and counties, receiving inquiries from our dispensaries, from our pharmacies saying, hey, they want to sell or dispense medical cannabis. We don't want that here. That's scary. We don't want gummies. We don't want other words I'm not going to say because this is recorded. But we don't want that in our jurisdiction. And Rusi has joined us, Rusi Patel. He's the general counsel for the Georgia Medical Association. He's
Let me know where you want me to start at, because I know this is right around the end right here. But
No, I thought you said towards the end when they get a little passionate. They're saying they were saying
Oh,
they
yeah,
want to focus more on the patients and the Haley's Hope and the Haley's Hope Act, because they don't. I think again that's from the top down, from the top down leadership. They specifically said we're here for medical and strictly medical. We're not listening to anything recreational. We're not listening to anything adult use. We might do something with the criminalization, but we're not moving towards anything with that because we're going to strictly focus on medical. And like I said, the Haley's Hope Act, that's what you're going to hear him say. So other than that, and the one that the governor did side off on. So carry on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because like, hold on, let me go back because I know
that's for the naming of the bill and passage of legislation.
Is there some feedback? Do you have feedback on your end? Do you hear
remember a recent conversation, Bill? You reminded me that our former Speaker of the House, David Rawson, really was instrumental in pushing to get the pharmacy aspect of this incorporated into the HOPE Act. And I love what Bill shares. It's understanding that there's something really important about a licensed professional being between a regulated drug and a patient with medical need. And that's what the Speaker envisioned. The General Assembly obviously passed the HOPE Act, and to the extent that we've been able to, under the framework of our state's law, the Commission and the Board of Pharmacy have carried that vision into reality, have licensed pharmacies, and they have been able to dispense to patients. As a matter of fact, Georgia has a national model for providing access to safe and laboratory tested medicine through these independent pharmacies where patients can discuss their healthcare needs with medical professionals that they already know and that they trust. I just want to reiterate, Mr. Chairman, our work here, as you all know, members, is focused on patient access. We won't stop working for patient access. That is our goal and our focus every single day.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, hopefully they will have some access for patients to speak to someone, a live operator. Somebody speak to a live operator here to answer questions and stuff like that. But I know that they were, hold on, I know it's one part. I didn't write down the timestamps where they were saying people need to start speaking out to their representatives, both federally and locally. Which, yeah, you definitely need to find out people's views on cannabis, because I've had opportunity to talk to some different county officials and stuff like that, and in some counties that aren't that are still criminalized, and some of them are open to it, and it's just a matter of allowing them to actually be a part and to speak out about decriminalizing. So hopefully Representative Eric Bell will be able to reach some more people about, just the idea of decriminalizing, outside of just for the education, but just overall in the state. But yeah, I was trying to find that part, but we don't have to go to that part. I'm just hoping that these people that are controlling the narrative here, who's pulling the strings? Why can't we have more? Like I know that Alexis Harris, Alexis usually speak about harm reduction, and that's the harm reduction type aspect of cannabis. I do believe that a lot of the crime and the abuse of opioids and stuff like that probably would decrease. However, I know cannabis is not good for everything or everybody, because it does have some negative effects on some people with some mental health issues.
True. Yeah. We're not trying. That's not. We're not trying to force it. Hopefully,
Exactly.
that's what I'm saying. Hopefully, people get this misunderstood. misunderstanding or misinterpretation that advocates that we do, not trying to force it on people who
Exactly.
don't want it. So that's it. We're if anything, we try to educate those people who are curious about it and who want to learn more about it. So if you're if you're not a smoker, I'm definitely not going to try to get you to smoke cannabis. If you're not a smoker, if you're sticking to your guns and being rooted about it, I'm not going to peer pressure you to that at this point in time. Yeah, I'm too old to try to peer pressure you. But if it's something else that you might be able to, like, hey, what about that gummy? What about that tea? Oh, cool. Hey, I got you. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. Yeah. There are people out there that say, hey, I don't smoke, but I will consume. Like I say, I'll do an edible, I'll do a drink or something like this, or I'll do something else. But, but again, we're not trying to, make people, like I said, it doesn't make people cannabis users if it's not going to work for them.
Yeah, and not, you know what? Come to think of it, that's kind of like peanuts. A lot of people have a peanut allergy. You know what I mean? But they're still selling peanuts. They're still selling a lot of things that people are allergic to. You know what I mean? They didn't criminalize bees. They didn't criminalize bees or ants or insects. They can't criminalize. It's a natural occurring plant.
Tobacco, nicotine. They had to make the Philip Morris people. I don't know if you go in the gas station. They had to make them put a sign up there saying, "Hey, if you buy these products are may cause a potential hazards to your health." They have to put it up there. Pretty much saying buy it.
Exactly, kind of like when you go into these different stores when they say, that C word, you enter at your own risk. You see what I'm saying? Because I ain't want to say that C word because I ain't trying to get the algorithms messed up. But because I guess it's enough with cannabis, but that CVID.
That one.
That one right there. Yeah, that one right there. So basically, you do things at your own risk, but the thing is, freedom of the people, But I got that link right here that you put right here, the DEA form 222. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the chat. So I'm putting it in the chat. So this is the form.
I looked that up and I was in I was in LinkedIn, like I said, I look at LinkedIn because people who don't know, LinkedIn is a whole nother a land of cannabis people, outside of your Instagram, your Facebook. It's somebody's watching. I didn't know that. Hey.
Oh yeah, that's Angela. That's old Books right there. Hey Books,
hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? Hey, that's the names that popped up. Yeah, so I'm saying, but it's just these numbers are all crazy here. Oh man, I was trying to find something else myself, but that's where we are. That's where we are.
Yeah. Like I say, Joe, well, we good. You gonna come back. Hopefully you come back and stuff like that. I hope we got a chance to talk about everything. You know what I mean?
For today.
For today, yeah, because I sure would love to have you back and stuff like that. Because I'm telling you, Joe, you really have been an impact in me in this industry, seriously, because you welcomed us in when we first got here. I was at that Peachtree Normal meeting. I think that's when we met the Cannamedic, and it was Dean and at the time Kelly, rest in peace, Kelly. It's just like, you had such a wealth of knowledge, and you just like I know we had this discussion before when I told you, I said, I was a baby in cannabis at the time. I never really smoked or ingested cannabis until 2017 out of my entire life. And and I was, like I said, I was living in a box full of butterflies, meaning that I was living in with unicorns and and hoping that people would had the same type of heart that I had in this industry and the passion that I had for it. That's before I really got a chance to know. But I wasn't prepared for a lot of stuff that you were schooling me on. Oh my God. How a kid at the time was like, okay, when they didn't want to listen to their parents in the beginning, but then later on when they got older and they got their own kids, it's like, man, I should have listened. And I wasn't ready at the time, but like I say, I appreciate everything that you did and helped out with. and what you continue to do to inform the masses. Because like I say, the first person that I met was Lil Joe. I was like, man, because I was like, hey, where's Lil Joe? Where's Lil Joe? Because, you know, Lil Joe is the one that stood. Oh, he's up there. I see you, Lil Joe. Hey, Lil Joe. Yeah, because I'm like, man, Lil Joe goes everywhere. But it's just the fact that you had a hands-on or a visual of going to these different dispensaries. And I could tell the difference between the dispensary here and the one in Louisiana that I actually did go to. And like I say, it's a whole nother world, and hopefully we can get flower in these dispensaries, because I need the whole plant. I need something besides the oil. I need something besides the 5%. I need something. Yeah, and like you said, open it up to out-of-state people. Yeah, like you made that suggestion about mailing the patients, because Lord knows when they had the virtual appointments for doctors, that was wonderful. I made every appointment. Can you imagine? Like, you know, maybe delivery of the meds and stuff like that. Because if you're sick, you're not.
That's another one. Again, that's another one. Thank you. They use that money. Buy some transport vans. Put some security in there. Good gracious.
Think about, if you really thinking about the patients, think about make a delivery service, not just a delivery service, and also mail it out or something. But you know,
look, if you could transport hazardous bodily fluids and other things, and
exactly, they're riding around in armored cars right now. So they're transporting billions and millions of dollars out here on the interstate. So if you're gonna say it's an issue with delivering because of
a federal, because it look like you trafficking.
Man, come on now. Think about the patients, because I'm telling you, that's the main reason, and that's another reason why Georgia Medical Cannabis Society, we had started that organization, because I knew when I was real sick in the beginning, but actually being a patient, trying to find doctors or find resources to figure out what I'm going to do with this medical cannabis program, or whatever I'm going to do to find a doctor, whether it's to find a doctor, resources, information. That's why we created the Georgia Medical Cannabis Society, to be a one-stop shop so that people could actually get information about the doctor, get information about meds, that type of thing. So, you know, it's just like,
Yolanda, let me give you a shout out. Okay, well, again, I thank you for saying all that about me and Lil Joe and things like that. I appreciate that. Grateful, bless you. Now, I'm an educator. I'm a nerd, you know. So I mean, look, I was writing book reports by hand in like 6th grade. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
so that's the school I went to. So it's just a lot of stuff I just carried on with me into my into my profession and into my adult life. So. Yeah. I have no problem, you know, showing people the way. You know, I've always been that kind of, you know, guidance, teacher, educator, you know, mentor, tutor. You know, I've always been in that kind of realm. You know, education is my hustle. So I mean, I just carry that with me. And I have no problem, you know, everything that you learn, you know, have no problem sharing with you or your wife or anybody else who's willing to learn, who has a passion about it as you are, you know, because you know there are people who are in this for different means, who got into it for different. Got into it for different reasons, or different causes and whatnot. You know, I have my own personal reason why I'm doing it so hard. You know, I rep SSDP, but again, I do. You know, I have a attachment where I can relate to those students who get kicked out of school for using marijuana. Okay, I relate to that. So I'm going to always be an advocate and strong opponent for all those people who want to educate or be in college, but who just happen to experiment with something new. So I'm always down for that. And that was a learning experience for me. So all that just pulled all that together, you know, and I just, and again, I pay attention to my surroundings. And again, when you saw the Peace Normal, shout out to Peace Normal, they took me in, they made me the communication director. So I was able to kind of, you know, use my skills to advocate and dig deep more into state issues of Georgia. So yes, that's what kind of, you know, gave me some rank, you know, and you know, and everything else. So I just used it. And again, shout out to the SSDP, rushing out to them, shout out to Jeremy. And
Jeremy. I never met Jeremy Sharp. That's the one with the harm reduction that's teaching people about
correct. Yes.
Yes.
He's pushing for naloxone and trying to treat people who avoid overdoses and try to get people treatment.
Wow.
So yeah, again, the Georgia State has a chapter there, and I'm the advisor for that. So so if anybody out there listening, or still there listening, collegiate there at Georgia State, we look for somebody to help run a chapter there, because these young people, they go up, they do other things. But again, shout out to you, again, for all that you've done, everything that you learned. I told you about things that I'm trying to do. You try to put us together. You try to coordinate things before. You saw that with the DC. Shout out to the Cast Festival. You with the DC. I saw that. So again, you were the first people who put me on the flyer when you trying to coordinate everything together. You pulled me in. I always remember that now. So again, it's always been, I always give you,
I appreciate you, Joe. You the man.
It was genuine. You're genuine. You're wholehearted. So I mean, look, anything, like I said, I'm here to help. I'm here to serve. I'm just here. I'm just a vessel, down here trying to do what I can. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
I appreciate you so much.
Look, you're welcome. You're welcome. Again, I don't know. I don't know how we go wrap this up or whatnot.
I got to close out. I just want you to hold up. We got to close out. Don't even worry about it. I try, but I'm still trying to get a little bit better with these tools and stuff like that. Yeah, okay. we getting ready to close out. So, come on now. Oh, so yeah, you hear that now, right?
Oh, the music.
Yeah. This is how we close out. So we about to go ahead on. What's that? The pop lock right there?
Little southern shake on it.
But yeah, so all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and close on out. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight, and for those who are watching the replay, thank y'all too. Do you have anyone you want to shout out right now, Joe?
Well, look, it's too many people to shout out right now, but I just want to shout out everybody, all the cannabis advocates out there for the state of Georgia, and all the legislators who are pushing for cannabis reform, all the people, all the groups, and everybody from the big groups to down to the person that you know in the corner. There's so many names, so many to call, but if you know Little Joe, you follow me on Little Joe, Joe Mack 1914 on Instagram, follow me on Joe Mack on Facebook, you follow me on LinkedIn as well. Look, I show love, I put it out there, just follow me, I return the energy.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. But you know what? Be on the lookout for my upcoming episodes with Chelsea Brienne. And then I'm going to close out the year with Malika of Pink Plains. So,
okay.
Yeah, Malika. Pink. You see she got that upcoming Hemp Fest 2024?
Yeah, I just saw it.
Yeah, I saw that. I know we went last year. I met a lot of people there. And a lot of people that I'm still in connection with. All right, now there's Little Joe. Hey, Joe. So, but you know what? If you would like to be a guest on one of our shows, visit www.CannaShame.com and fill out the contact form there, or send us an email at hi@CannaShame.com. If you want to be a guest, and put a be a guest in the subject line. So we're going to do this thing again. And we about to close it out, so go ahead on, and I'm gonna let you wait in the green room. We're gonna close on out, so I'm gonna go ahead and play the credits, and then we gonna go ahead and go.
Go.
Yeah, here we go.